Mr. Trevor Bunch, the Fit Bunch, coming at you from my garage. Today, we are going to go over coaching and cueing of the seated to standing or standing to seated transfer for double above knee amputees in full length prosthetics, all right? The sit to stand is obviously a very functional movement. It is an activity of daily living, and being able to facilitate that independently or without much in the way of external assistance is going to pay dividends in the form of increased independence and functionality in everyday life. That's what we're about. So you'll notice I'm in my garage gym today. I do have my barbell set up at about waist height. I'm going to use that as my additional third point of contact. If you are doing this in the gym using a similar setup to what I've got here, I would encourage you to secure your barbell. Make sure that I would use like a strap or a band of some kind to just make sure that barbell is not going to go anywhere. I know my own tendencies. I have control over my balance. I'm not worried about my safety while I'm personally demonstrating this movement. But if you are doing it for yourself or showing someone else how to do this, then I would encourage to make sure that you have a stable, solid, and secure surface on which to do that. Okay. Also of note, I am wearing C-Leg 4 microprocessor knees, and I have direct skin fit suction sockets. If you have a different type of setup, your mileage may vary. Many knee joints function approximately the same way, but some of what you see here may be resultant of the features and technology that powers the C-Leg 4. Just want to let you know about that. All right, so I've got barbell, bench. This bench is fairly low. When I'm seated on it, my hips are like at or even exceeding 90 degrees, which is a challenge for an amputee to leverage their body weight and leverage their prosthetics over that kind of depth and angle. So I would definitely, if you are newer to this, maybe add a bolster or a pad of some kind to sit on and reduce that range of motion while you continue to develop that musculature that's needed to execute the sit to stand. So, hands lightly on the barbell, okay? Always double check to make sure your cruel, younger or older sibling has not pulled the chair or bench out from underneath you, all right? Hands lightly on the barbell. I want to start by putting the weight in the back seat, all right? And then guiding myself under as much control as possible to the bench seat. All right. I do want to say that you want that to take a little bit of time, but there's going to be a point at which you lose control and the knee isn't necessarily going to provide resistance, especially in a microprocessor knee. It may realize that you are actually going to sit down and provide resistance to a point and then kind of let it go as you finish the seat, get to that seated position. So for the way up, what I'm going to do is press into the bench, all right, and raise my butt up, all right? So you're looking at a little bit of upper body, tricep and shoulder strength there, all right? I would not recommend grabbing onto like a bar out in front of you or even like necessarily a walker. If you're still using a walker, that's fine. You can kind of use that. I like to get into the habit of using what's right there and below me because that way, grab onto the edge of the chair, grab onto the edge of the bench, whatever, all right? All I'm gonna do is push up. I do wanna make sure that my feet are in a straight line, all right? They're straight across from each other, and they are still approximately shoulder width apart. So as I raise up, I'm kind of sticking my butt back, all right? So I'm not just trying to press straight up and use my arms for the whole thing. I'm pressing up, pushing my butt back, which is gonna cause the knees to extend. And then, once the knees are extended, I can stand all the way up, all right? And that's gonna require you to fire up your hips, butt, and low back. That posterior chain is so important for individuals with limb loss, especially double above knee limb loss. So again, controlled lowering as best we can, all right? Both hands on the bench here. I'm just gonna push in, push my butt straight back. Knees are mostly extended. Boom. Hamstrings and butt help to finish the movement here. All right, a couple variants you can do would be like a mixed bag as far as grabbing on to your third point of contact and putting your hand on your seat. You can do that in reverse as well, all right? And as you become more and more trained at this, you can work on different variants that are gonna use different muscles as you're working. The big thing is I would just encourage you to try keep yourself square. Don't look at the floor, all right? Make sure that you're keeping yourself right on with your targets here. Seated, hands on the bench, back up to standing, all right? It's not rocket surgery, guys. It is a skill and it's something that you need to practice, continue to develop on. But you need to find the point that you're at right now where things get challenging, hone in on that, focus on that, practice that every single day like it's something you want to be great at, okay? And then make it happen, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, I am here for you. I am your amputee fitness coach, Trevor Bunch.